Joining me now for another edition of Know Your Knights is EHL forward JP Natishan. And JP, thanks for giving us a few moments here before your practice. But let's start there. You guys had a pretty intense week of practice so far this week, and we've talked to Coach Fusco about that. He's been emphasizing that he really wants to get you guys in the right mindset with a big test ahead with the Philadelphia Revolution coming to town this weekend. Let's start there. You're a veteran of junior hockey. You've played here, you've played other places. What do you like out of your guys so far this week, in just terms of how they're adapting, how they're adjusting to a rigorous practice schedule so far?
We're definitely getting tougher mentally and physically, obviously.
Sure.
We've battled, I feel like since day one, we've progressed. Now we're getting stronger as a team.
Sure. Now, it's evident when we've seen it out there before, and your coach has mentioned it. He talks about you and Zach Oladel-Hajamed and guys like a few others that are out there a lot for defensive zone shifts or even for penalty kill special teams as gritty players. And you mentioned your name a lot in that category. Do you take pride in that? Do you take pride in being a player that gets down and blocks a lot of shots? It seems like you have a few every game, and just being a high energy guy up and down the ice.
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of people kind of get away from that. I feel like it's a smaller part of the game now. Someone has to step up and do it.
Sure.
I'll fill that role if I have to.
Sure. Now, you were in the EHL Elite Division last year. This year, EHL's kind of restructured a little bit, but now being at the top of the league here, what have you noticed in terms of just making that jump to the slightly higher level within the EHL in terms of just adjusting to that level of play?
The biggest thing is speed and being able to read the ice. A lot of people in the league last year, they were slow reading the ice, and it came to bite them in the butt, like during the game, stuff like that.
Sure. And then as far as we've talked to Coach Fusco about it. We've talked to a lot of players. There's still a lot of confidence, in this building. Yes, you guys had a tough weekend against Connecticut this past week, but there's still a lot of confidence. One, it's early in the season. Two, as we've already kind of mentioned, you guys have a lot of younger players that are catching up to this level. Entering again another good test this weekend against the Revolution, do you feel confident about in this team? I mean, whether it's the speed of the team or just the energy that you're seeing after the first couple of days of practice this week, but what are you confident about heading into that matchup?
We're going to be the toughest team out there because the practice schedule we've had so far this week, we've been battling all week. I feel like the team that we're playing is a tough team, so we're going to match them with their intensity with our intensity.
Sure. And, one of the other questions, that gets asked a lot about, being a veteran of your stature. Again, you've played here in this building years ago and in years past and other places. Just as one of the older guys on this roster, and we've talked to some of, Jake Fuss, Jared Stahl, some guys who've had junior experience, but as one of those veterans, what kind of advice do you give other players in that locker room downstairs?
Just play your game. Keep it simple. As long as you play your game, you're gonna do fine. You'll adjust.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll switch it over now. We do this with every player that comes up, and that's we call rapid fires, quick questions. First thing that pops into your head, just give an answer. It's fun questions meant to be light. So one that we do ask everybody is obviously the NHL season's right around or starting today, but the NHL video game's been out for a couple weeks now. If you were to take this team and put your whole roster in the game, and let's just pretend that the EHL is the NHL, so you're going to rate your players as if it's the top league. Who would you rate as the highest player? We've had one answer over and over again, but then where would you put yourself on that list of ratings?
I'm guessing the obvious answer is Jake Fuss.
Yeah.
I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go with Stalzy.
Okay.
Goalie, I feel like goalie is an important part of the game. I'd probably give him like a 93, 92.
Okay. I like that. He'd like to hear that, I'm sure. Yeah, he's been steady all year. And how about yourself? What'd you give yourself?
I don't know. They usually rate the grinder guys kind of low, so probably like a low 80, like 82, 83.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, but that I think is humble. I think it'd be a little higher in my opinion. But all right, next one. You could pick the goal song for this team. What would it be? A lot of people say Chelsea Dagger. I don't know if that's the one that was going to pop into your head. I don't want to interrupt you on that in your thought process, but if you were to pick the goal horn and the song for this team, what would it be?
You kind of
Chelsea Dagger?
Answer. Yeah, Chelsea Dagger for sure. That's the best one out there.
Yeah, that seems to be a consensus one as well. How about pre-game rituals? Is there anything you do before every game? Is there anything you do that you have to do, or any playlists you have to listen to, or is there just different every week?
Just have to listen to Juicy by Notorious B.I.G.
Okay, all right, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Gets you loose?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, how about, and again, this is when we ask everybody, you guys are going to have some long road trips this year. If you had the ability to give everyone one movie to watch on one of those long road trips, just to get everybody prepared, what would it be, and why?
Probably Gladiator.
Gladiator?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get you prepared.
Yeah, so testosterone and adrenaline pumping, yeah. Okay, that's good one. We've heard Step Brothers a couple times, but that's a good one. I like that. That's a good one. All right, last one, and this again, I don't mean to repeat the same questions for every interview, but this is a funny one. You're stranded on an island. You get to pick one teammate to come with you to try to get off the island. Who are you picking and why?
Boy. I'm gonna go with Brett.
Okay.
Seems like he knows a lot of stuff about being outdoors. He's a funny guy. He's one of the closest teammates.
Sure.
I think so. Sure. Probably Brett.
Okay. All right. I like that answer. Yeah. Again, I think one other player might have picked Brett too, but same reason. I think same reason. So, all right. Well, JP, we appreciate you giving us a few moments here. We look forward to seeing you guys out there on the ice this weekend. The Knights will play the Philadelphia Revolution Saturday and Sunday, October 7th and 8th. First game is at 2:30 p.m. at the Revolution Ice Center. Admission is free. It'll be on hockeytv.com. And then Sunday, it's on at 2 p.m. Again on TV, hockeytv.com, as well as free admission for those who come down to the Revolution Ice Center. So, JP, one more time, we appreciate you coming up here and giving us an interview, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.